Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, the day before. Now, if you're not caught up on the saga of one of Steam's most wished list games, you wouldn't be the only one. Until this week, it wasn't really on my radar all that much, and suddenly, every tweet, every post, every article started to become about this game, and I was like, what is this? I took the deep dive for you, but also mostly for me. So the day before is an upcoming zombie-themed survival horror MMO that, from the way it's described, is akin to The Last of Us. And when the gameplay trailer dropped in early 2021, it showed off some pretty great-looking third-person looter-shooter combat and sneaking around a zombie apocalypse. It even had some, quirky Animal Crossing-esque social elements. I mean, just look at the footage. You can see why this got attention. And so the hype train started rolling along with fans of The Division, Destiny, Left 4 Dead, Last of Us, whatever. All sorts of different people were very excited. And with an expected release date of 2022, the game, of course, was delayed until March 2023, when, according to this IGN article, the dev team wanted to change to Unreal Engine 5. The devs went on to say, look, we're gonna make a longer gameplay video with the new engine, we're gonna give you a bunch more stuff, we'll see you in January. And considering it's almost February 2023 and we have nothing, it shouldn't come as any surprise that the game's developer, Fantastic, tweeted out a delay of the game. But not just any delay, because this, my friends, is where it gets real weird. Apparently, at the request of a private individual, Steam blocked the game's page because I guess someone else owns the rights to the day before. As you know, our game was announced in January 2021. At the time of the announcement, the day before game trademark was available. After the announcement of the game, the above-mentioned individual filled out an application before us to register the game trademark. And according to them, they didn't find out until January of this year. And so, apparently, they're doing some behind-the-scenes talks or something, and it will be released now in November, which just brings up so many questions. How do you produce a gameplay trailer of a game with a title in 2021 and not have the rights to the name? None of that makes sense to me. I don't know, they were going to get it after the fact? That seems pretty sus. Now, according to Kotaku, a one Soon-Jae Lee had filed for this trademark back in 2021, with approval coming through in August of 2022. Among other uses, the trademark covers use of the name the day before in artwork, artistic performances, music, show entertainment, leisure activity, and, online games. So yeah, we can confirm there is a trademark to a person, but timeline-wise, all this still seems really weird, right? SkillUp on Twitter had posts of the day before's Discord talking about releasing game footage in January, and then the mod team on Discord straight up being like, we haven't even seen said footage. We have never seen gameplay, which is leading many of the game's fans on forums and other places around the internet to question whether the game is real at all. And the worst part is the devs are just being super sketch about the whole thing, no real answers, just delays, and now the game is off Steam. It's just gone, man. Clearly, this is still developing, and we're gonna learn more, and I, for one, can't wait for the behind-the-scenes look into this. Someone's gonna do a tell-all, and it's gonna be so juicy. But if I had to guess what this whole situation was, to me, it seems like probably they made a vertical slice, right? They made one level, maybe flipped some assets, polished them up real nice, made it look good, and sold the hell out of the idea. And then so many people got interested that they were like, oh no. And now they really had to make a full game based off a little micro idea. And it probably didn't come together the way they wanted. There were probably a lot of problems. And the dev team is kind of known for wanting to bring people on and pay them in experience. And so, that usually doesn't work out too well. So there's a lot here that I'm sure once we hear the real story behind all this, it'll make a lot more sense. But for now, it's kind of like a house of cards crumbling down. But what do I know? Well, I'll tell you what I know. I know that it's time for your Cren Minute.
Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to the Cren Minute, my once-a-week segment where I talk about whatever I want for a minute. This week, we're talking about decluttering, organizing. I've essentially taken this whole month of January and kind of been using it as like a winter cleaning, not even a spring cleaning. Because I was like, you know what? January's ad rates suck. There's less sponsorships. Everything's kind of bad. So I was like, obviously I can't just stop doing stuff. I'm still doing stuff, but not as much. And so I'm using it to like plan out, pointless top 10s and things I'm going to do and things I want to stream and all this stuff. But I've been mainly using it to either paint Warhammer. I don't have a problem. And just organize. So like not even just like my room, but like my computer files, right? Because you got like, I get shit all over my desktop. I'm like, this has been here forever. I don't know what this is. I'm like, why do I have this here, right? Just going through my documents, going through games I haven't played that I've installed still, going through just like everything, right? And so, decluttering your room, decluttering your computer, your phone, and decluttering your mind. You're not just decluttering physically, but emotionally and mentally. Sorry. That's the Cren Minute.
Thanks again, Crendor. Anyway, that is it for the show. I'll see y'all Monday for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.